extra minutes.
America's so full of urban myths that I tend to disbelieve all of them, that alien spaceships are sequestered somewhere under the desert sands, that the military are keeping deep secrets. And I must say, this story I kind of thought was the same thing, that somewhere in the western desert there are hundreds, if not thousands, of almost new aircraft, perfectly serviceable big jumbos, enormous commercial aircraft, parked in row after row amidst the rattlesnakes and the salt bush and the howling desert winds. It's strange to walk through this. There are just so many of these planes, and then to see my old friends, Qantas 747s. I've flown in every single one of these. I feel that I know them. I've been across the Pacific at least 100 times, maybe twice that, who's counting? Funny, that's the story of my life. I've been travelling several times a year overseas since the late 80s. I must have been on every one of these.
I think the chances are pretty high, Charles, that most of these aeroplanes have been graced by your presence.
And I've outlived them.
You have.
Though they have been better maintained.
They're true, but not necessarily outlived them, because these aeroplanes have still got life in them.
This is a relatively unknown place, and I wondered why. And the reason is that no airline in the world wants you to see their tail insignia out there, parked in the desert, abandoned, because it creates an impression that they're doing badly, that they're going badly, and it could actually, were it widely shown, could affect the share price. Qantas diligently paint the kangaroo out, red paint all over the kangaroo insignia, but in fact, it as much suggests the growth that's taking place in aviation as the difficult times that the carriers are going through, because planes are now less expensive over time than the fuel that fires them. The new offering from Boeing is 7% more fuel efficient than the last one, and they're telling me the next one will be 14. Well, you can't argue with those facts. You can be nostalgic about old planes, you can even look and think, what a waste, what's going to happen to them? But the real thing to do is to get fuel efficiency. And if our lovely old favourite aircraft become beer cans, then so be it.